Elara loved exploring the woods behind her house. They were big and mysterious. One day she found something amazing. Under an old gnarled tree, a key lay half hidden. It shimmered in the sunlight. When Elara touched it, it hummed softly. It was warm, as if alive. This wasn't an ordinary key. It was magical. Elara slipped the key into her pocket. She couldn't wait to show it to her grandmother. Her grandmother loved stories. Maybe she would know something about the mysterious key. As Elara raced back home, she couldn't shake off the feeling that something incredible was about to happen. Later that evening, Elara showed her grandmother the key. Her grandmother was amazed. She had never seen anything like it before. The key was unlike any other, with intricate carvings and a faint glow that seemed to pulse with a life of its own. It was as if the key held secrets waiting to be unlocked. She had never seen anything like it. The elderly woman's eyes widened with a mix of astonishment and curiosity. She gently took the key from Elara's hand, examining it closely. The key felt warm to the touch, almost as if it was alive. She told Elara to hold on to it. "This key is special," she said, her voice filled with a sense of urgency. "It might lead you to something extraordinary, but you must be careful and brave." She said it was special. Elara nodded, feeling the weight of her grandmother's words. She could sense that this key was more than just a simple object. It was a gateway to something beyond her imagination. That night, Elara couldn't sleep. Her mind raced with thoughts of the key and what it could unlock. She lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, her heart pounding with anticipation and a hint of fear. The key hummed softly in her hand. It was as if it was trying to communicate with her, to tell her something important. The soft glow illuminated her room, casting mysterious shadows on the walls. It seemed to be calling out to something. Elara listened intently, trying to decipher the faint hum. It was a sound that resonated deep within her, stirring a sense of adventure and curiosity. Elara followed the sound to her bedroom wall. The key glowed brighter. She reached out and touched the wall, feeling a strange vibration beneath her fingertips. The wall seemed to respond to the key's presence. To her astonishment, a door materialized on the wall. It was unlike any door she had ever seen, with intricate patterns that seemed to dance and shift in the light. It had an intricate design that pulsed with light. The patterns on the door glowed softly, creating a mesmerizing display of colors and shapes. It was as if the door was alive, beckoning her to step through. This wasn't just any door, it was an entrance to somewhere magical. Elara could feel the magic emanating from the door, filling the room with a sense of wonder and possibility. Elara knew she had to be brave. She took a deep breath, gathering her courage. This was her moment, her chance to discover something extraordinary. Taking a deep breath, she stepped through the doorway. As she crossed the threshold, she felt a rush of excitement and fear. She was about to embark on an adventure that would change her life forever. Elara gasped as she stepped into a world like no other. Before her stretched a land of floating mountains and shimmering flowers. The air buzzed with a strange energy. Waterfalls cascaded from the sky, and the trees shimmered with 1,000 colors. This was the Whispering Realm, a place of pure magic and wonder. Elara felt a little scared, but mostly excited. She wanted to explore everything. She ran her fingers over the petals of a giant glowing flower. They felt warm and soft like velvet. As she wandered through this enchanted landscape, she heard a voice calling out to her. Elara followed the voice to a clearing. The forest was dense, with towering trees that seemed to touch the sky. The air was filled with the scent of pine and the soft rustling of leaves. As she walked, she could feel the magic of the forest around her, a gentle hum that resonated with her very soul. There, perched on a branch, was a creature unlike any she had ever seen. Its presence was almost ethereal, as if it was a part of the forest itself. The bird's eyes seemed to hold the secrets of the universe, and its feathers glowed with an inner light. It was Orivelle, a bird-like creature with feathers that shimmered like rainbows, and eyes that sparkled with ancient wisdom. Each feather seemed to change color with every movement, creating a mesmerizing display of light and color. Orivelle's eyes, deep and knowing, seemed to see right through Elara, understanding her fears and hopes. Orivelle greeted Elara with a gentle bow. The gesture was filled with grace and respect, acknowledging Elara's presence and her importance. Elara felt a sense of calm wash over her, as if Orivelle's very presence was a balm to her soul. He told her that she was the chosen one, destined to save their world. Elara's heart raced at the revelation. She had always felt different, but she never imagined that she had such a significant role to play. The weight of the responsibility was immense, but Orivelle's calm demeanor gave her strength. Orivelle explained that the Whispering Realm was in danger. The once vibrant and magical land was now under threat from a dark force. The Lumina Core, the source of all light and magic in the realm, was fading. Without it, the realm would be plunged into eternal darkness. The Lumina Core, the source of all light and magic in the realm, was fading. Its glow, once bright and unwavering, was now dim and flickering. The forest, which had always been a place of wonder and beauty, was now shrouded in shadows. Darkness, in the form of monstrous shadows, was spreading across the land. These shadows were not just creatures of the night, they were manifestations of fear and despair, feeding off the weakening light of the Lumina Core. They brought with them a chill that seeped into the bones, a sense of dread that was hard to shake off. Only Elara, with the help of the Whispering Key, could rekindle the Lumina Core and banish the shadows. The Whispering Key was a relic of immense power, said to be forged from the very essence of the Lumina Core. It was entrusted to Elara, its glow a beacon of hope in the encroaching darkness. Elara knew what she had to do. The path ahead was fraught with danger, but she was determined to save the Whispering Realm. Her resolve was unwavering. Fueled by the knowledge that she was the only one who could restore the balance, she bravely accepted her destiny. With the Whispering Key in hand and Orivelle by her side, Elara set forth on her journey. The fate of the Whispering Realm rested on her shoulders, but she was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The forest seemed to whisper words of encouragement, and Elara felt a surge of confidence. She was the chosen one, and she would not fail. Section 5. Journey to the Hall of Echoes. Orivelle told Elara that the Lumina Core was hidden deep within the Hall of Echoes. The journey was fraught with peril. Elara, armed with her courage and the Whispering Key, set off with Orivelle as her guide. They flew on Orivelle's back, soaring over the breathtaking landscapes of the Whispering Realm. They flew through shimmering forests where trees whispered secrets to the wind. They navigated treacherous canyons where waterfalls roared like thunder. The key pulsed with a warm light guiding their way. It whispered words of encouragement to Elara, reminding her of her purpose. Section 6. Trials and Triumphs. Their journey was not easy. The shadows tried to stop them. They lurked in dark corners and whispered doubts in Elara's ears. But Elara was brave. She used the light of the key to fight back the shadows. The key grew warmer in her hand, boosting her courage and showing her the way. Elara learned that bravery wasn't about not being afraid. It was about facing your fears. And Elara, with each challenge, became stronger and more determined. She never gave up hope, and she never stopped believing in the power of the light. Section 7. The Light Prevails. Finally, Elara and Orivelle reached the Hall of Echoes. Their journey had been long and arduous, filled with trials that tested their resolve and courage. The Hall of Echoes was a place of legend, whispered about in ancient texts and songs. It was said to be the heart of the world, where the balance of light and shadow was maintained. It was a majestic hall of shimmering crystal, but the shadows had cast a dark gloom over it. The once radiant walls now seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it, creating an eerie and foreboding atmosphere. The air was thick with the presence of dark magic, and every step they took echoed ominously through the vast chamber. In the center of the hall lay the Lumina Core, its light flickering weakly. This core was the source of all light in the realm, and its current state was a testament to the power the shadows had gained. The once brilliant core now seemed fragile, its light barely holding on against the encroaching darkness. Elara knew this was the moment of truth. She had trained her entire life for this, studying the ancient texts and practicing the rituals that would restore the Lumina Core. Her heart pounded in her chest, but she steeled herself, knowing that the fate of the world rested on her shoulders. Elara held the Whispering Key aloft. This key was no ordinary artifact. It was forged from the purest light and imbued with the whispers of the ancients. It was said that only one with a pure heart and unwavering resolve could wield it. As she raised it, the key began to glow, responding to her inner strength. It pulsed with a brilliant light, banishing the shadows. The darkness recoiled, unable to withstand the purity of the light. The hall, which had been shrouded in gloom, began to brighten, the crystal walls reflecting the key's radiance. It was as if the very essence of the hall was awakening from a long slumber. She placed the key in the heart of the Lumina Core. The moment the key touched the core, a surge of energy coursed through the hall. The core absorbed the light and its flickering steadied, growing stronger with each passing second. It was as if the core was drawing strength from Elara's resolve and the purity of the key. The core flared back to life, bathing the hall in a warm, brilliant light. The oppressive darkness that had filled the hall was replaced by a comforting glow. The light was not just bright, it was warm and filled with a sense of hope and renewal. The hall, once a place of despair, was now a beacon of light. The shadows shrieked and vanished, defeated by the power of the light. Their hold on the hall was broken, and they retreated into the depths from whence they came. The victory was not just for Elara and Orivelle, but for all who had suffered under the Shadow's reign. The light had prevailed, and with it, hope was restored to the realm. Section 8. Whispers of Gratitude. Elara had done it. She had saved the Whispering Realm. As the Lumina Core pulsed with renewed energy, the realm around them came alive with color and sound. The waterfalls sang and the flowers danced. The Whispering Realm was forever grateful for her bravery. With her heart full of joy, Elara hugged Orivelle goodbye. She stepped back through the doorway into her bedroom. The door vanished behind her. The key no longer hummed. It had served its purpose. Elara knew she would never forget her adventure in the Whispering Realm. She would carry its whispers of gratitude in her heart always.